Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Carl Wolfson.
Thank you. What a crowd. Thank you. Keep it going. You brave souls. You brave souls. Making it here tonight through the war-ravaged streets of Portland. Yeah. You get by all the furries out there? I love it. It's really great. For those of you who don't know me, and some of you do, I teach stand-up comedy here, and we have three of my, I call them my apostles, not my students. That's who they are, and you're going to see Sue Chittick tonight. Give Sue a round of applause. Sue Chittick. Shay Meehan is here. Shay Meehan. Sue's evidently more popular. And Jesse Hooper, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse Hooper. Now, those of you who have been to my shows know this opening line because I find it a great way to introduce myself, and I'm only going to do a few minutes tonight. It's really my Apostles show. And those of you who heard this joke, you're going to hear it again. But here it is for those who don't know my background. This is my 46th year of doing stand-up comedy, and I'm very nostalgic now, 8,000 shows later, and I was on Alan Thicke's show, Thick of the Night, every week, and Alan passed away suddenly. I was on Joan Rivers every month, and Joan passed away suddenly. I kind of wish I'd been on The Apprentice. Okay, there you go. You know where I stand now. My husband and I just got back from 8 days in Sweden. We landed at PDX, went through customs, and the guy asked where we were, and we said, I said Sweden, it's Switzerland. We were in Switzerland. And I said, we were just in Switzerland. He says, what did you see in Switzerland? I said, sanity. That's what I saw in Switzerland. And everyone's got a conspiracy theory now. My conspiracy theory is that Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus closed just as the Trump administration began. Thank you, Janet, for getting that. That's a new joke. I don't think I'll use it anymore, but as long as you got it, I'm pretty happy about it, you know. I love anything that irks Donald Trump, you know. They told him today that the Gulf of America identifies as transatlantic, so that really pissed him off. Because, you know, he ruins everything, literally. Who could ruin our relationship with Canada? Only Donald Trump, you know? There's nothing Canada ever did to us that deserved this treatment, except maybe a couple years ago. There was a rabid beaver came across the border and bit Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think that was the only thing. You know what I'm talking about, Marjorie Taylor Greene? The meanest woman in America, half German, half shepherd. That's a very mean woman. And welcome, how are you? You just got here. Yeah, who are you here to see?
Susie.
Oh, Sue Chittick? Yes. Susie. Wow, Sue's taken 3 of my courses. Now I know the secret word. It's Susie. Wake up, little Susie. Wow, wait till I get her in class next week. Okay. So you must have known her when she was younger?
Before kindergarten.
Before kindergarten? Yeah, okay. Well, she's grown up. She's actually back there eating paste again, so it's going to be a good thing. Where did you go to kindergarten with Susie?
Boring.
And boring. You guys are in for a great show. I tried to get into boarding to do comedy, and they wouldn't let me. That's another one for you, Janet. No frivolity allowed in boring. So are you from Boring?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've actually never been to Boring. How many people there? Pretty much you guys? Really? Okay. I think I should get there. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, and how many people in Boring? They broke it up in a small Boring discussion group, ladies and gentlemen, is what it now is. And you came in from Boring tonight, or you live in Portland now?
Well, I live in Beaverton.
Oh, you live in Beaverton? Yeah, that's boring. No, Beaverton is very, very nice. So you went to good schools in Boring?
Yeah.
So that's my theory, is that we only have Trump as president because the educational system in this country, right?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay, it's going to be a long night if you don't.
I can understand you're not getting the punchlines, but if you don't even get the premises, if you don't get the setups, no, it's true. I think kids don't learn enough civics and history in this country. They do a study every year in the state of Texas. Ask high school students to name as many presidents as they can, as many beers as they can. Guess what they name more of? Oh my God, not even close. The closest they got was Busch Light. I mean, that was pretty much it. And you know, I never thought I would miss George W. Bush. Did you? Oh my God! He was such an idiot, and yet he seems like Mensa now, doesn't he? It talked to us like we were in the third grade. The hurricane is in the water. When the hurricane hits the land, there will be an emergency on the land. People say to me, when will the hurricane hit the land? When will it hit boarding? When will it make landfall? Well, I'm the decider. I decide. I did that in Texas. I was playing in Texas. They got very mad at me. Some kid came up to me after the show and said, you should listen to President Bush like he listens to the country. I did. I tapped his phone without a court order. So, all right, I'm here to introduce three great comics. Are you ready for the show, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready? I know her as Sue. I love Sue Chittick, and I'm going to needle her about Susie till the end of time. Thank you very much. I think this is a third class she's taken with me. I just think she's great. She's naturally funny, and she's going to tell you about how much she loves her work. Please welcome Susie Chittick, ladies and gentlemen. Bring her up. Yeah. There she is.
Thank you, Carl. Hello. My name is Suzanne Chittick. I am 51 years old. I go by Sue. I work at Oregon Health and Sciences University, or OHSU, or as I like to call it, OHSNU. OHSNU, and you, and you. I find it more welcoming. Every morning I ascend the stairs, and my coworkers, my kind-hearted coworkers, greet me. In spite of my beastly countenance, the shuffling, the hunchback, the vacant eyes, and happy Monday, Sue! Oh, it's a Sue Chittick! Welcome to work, Sue! You're welcoming me? You're welcoming me to this place? I don't know if you realize, Lou, these past 7.5 years that I've been coming in the joint, that I don't want to be here. But thank you. As a perioperative patient assistant, I work on the surgical unit at the Center for Health and Healing on the Southwest waterfront. And this is my badge right here, and I tape it down. I don't like the dangling. There's times that we are transferring patients, and I don't like it to dangle in the genital region. I'm sorry, that's my own thing. It's also rather annoying to me. And then we have a vocera that we wear, but I'll explain that. As a perioperative patient assistant, I do a lot of cleaning. In the OR lingo, that's called a turnover. Turnover OR 7, please, case to follow. Turnover OR number 7. Thank you. I'm dancing here. Second call, turnover OR number 7. Rapid turnover, case to follow. Thank you. Wish I brought that yo-yo. I left it in the car. Well. Third call, turnover, OR number 7. All perioperative patient assistants, please report to OR 7. Attention patrons in the hospital, all employees, patrons in the hospital. If you report to OR 7, we're holding a raffle. You just have to grab a rag, don some gloves, and you might win a microwave. And so, yes, let's see. I also take calls, and so as a perioperative patient assistant, I wear this this telephone thing that hangs off my shirt, and so I might get a call. Can you accept a call from Jezebel von Schonks? Yes. Hello. Yes, this is Jezebel von Schonks, OR 7. Could you please bring in the Da Vinci robot? Oh, yes, Miss Shanks, right away. It's Shonks. All right. That's the toilet flushing. Yes, that's right, folks. We do also take calls on the toilet. And if you think about it, there really isn't a better place to take a call. The toilet flushes 13 times while you're sitting on it, or just one time continuously for an hour. Everything in the building is automated. So, yeah. Before I bring the robot to OR 7, I would like to describe its aspects. It's about as tall as I am, a bit taller, and it's cylindrical. It has a vertical column, about like that, and then it has a horizontal column, shoulder height here, and from that horizontal column there are 4 arms. They look like this. Kind of like that, at rest. Sort of like a praying mantis, ready to pounce. And then at the bottom, there's sort of a carriage house for the wheels, and it's sort of a 1 by 1 foot square shape. The whole thing is covered in a hard white plastic shell. Not exactly a diversity hire in the traditional sense, but we all know that these robots are in a protected class, don't we? They're not going anywhere. Okay, so let's go ahead and fire her up. Beep. Da Vinci is ready. So I take the hand clutch and I go ahead and push her into OR 7. Oh, I rammed it into the wall. Unrecoverable fault! Unrecoverable fault! Da Vinci is shutting down! That's a shame. So there was a day last week I was just looking in the door, in the window of the OR 7, and Da Vinci had its back to me. So the thing was controlled by the surgeon. The surgeon has sort of a joystick thing, and they look into this Viewmaster thing in the corner. So I'm standing outside the door. So this is the Da Vinci, and it's sort of getting ready to do surgery. The patient is here, knocked out on the table. Okay. And now the arms will ascend over the patient. wasteful for $30 million. Yeah, that's what they tell me it costs when I, occasionally ram it into the wall. My response then is, well, if you have stacks of cash lying around the place, maybe throw me a couple extra bucks per hour. Just an idea. Just an idea. So as you know, the name of the robot is Da Vinci. Excuse me. It's kind of a stuck-up name. Reaching a bit of a loaded name. I don't know. In my opinion, it's just, so I looked up Da Vinci on Google, and among other things, he was a painter. And I looked at some of the paintings, and the subjects in the paintings were ethereal. They were magnificent. He seems to have elevated humans in these portrayals to transcend into another realm, perhaps even divine, these people in the paintings. And so, I don't know much about the divine nature of things. I'm just trying to get through the day. But I have had a lot of jobs in my life. And, I've worked with a lot of Jesuses, for example, throughout the years. And, in my mind, I really wasn't that impressed. I mean, with a name like that, it just sets one up for disappointment. After all, aren't we the divine creations, us humans, with our unique fingerprint and our individuality and being the sum of our genetics and our lifelong experiences? We all bring unique flair and style and grace and precision and a unique perspective to our jobs. And for example, there really isn't anyone who can mop a floor quite like I can. In the OR, we have those mops that look like Swiffers. And watch closely. So I grab 2 mop heads, and I slap those down. And then I put that mop on the mop head there. The other mop head goes beneath my left foot. And I may grab also a rag in my right hand. And then I just take that mop, and I just drag and swish, drag and swish, drag and swish, drag and swish. And I may just get a little scabby blood like that right over there on the floor. I may reach over onto the wall and just get a little gummy blood off of there. Child's play. That's how it's done. Da Vinci. So you leave the hard stuff to us. OHS and You is a top-down organization. Sometimes I like to imagine what it's like up there in the upper echelons there, where they make all the decisions about our fate, the board of directors or whomever. And if I was at the meeting, I would wear a nice starched cream-colored blouse with pleats down the front. I would have a nice silky scarf that I would tie like a necktie and put a little brooch or something. The sleeves would be long enough for my arms. There would be no holes, no tears, no wrinkles, and no stains. It would be professionally dry cleaned. I would also have a long skirt, black, brown, navy blue, and I would have a leather shoulder bag that I would carry with all my papers. Okay, so I'd get there 15 minutes early to the meeting, and I'd observe the long table, and I perceive the provisions are ready, and I'm ready to check those out. So I'll just put my bag down here, empty out all those papers, and I'll put a napkin over my blouse here so that, I don't stain my nice blouse. And let's just look at what they've got. So, What we have here is a series of silver platters. They've got a lot of grapes, maroon grapes, lime green grapes, and those dark navy black grapes, just abundant, beautiful grapes. They also have a tricolor melon ball salad. That's a popular favorite. Over here they've got some warm croissants in a basket tucked into a nice linen napkin. They've also got, they've got egg bites. Those are in vogue. They've got ham and cheese, spinach feta, okay. And they've got a self-serve griddle there, make your own flapjack stack. And that's gonna have all kind of flapjacks there for you. You're gonna have several berry compotes. You're gonna have your blueberry compote, your raspberry compote, your blackberry compote. You're gonna have your peaches with cinnamon and sugar. You're gonna have your strawberries with sugar, real whipped cream with cardamom, vanilla, sugar, and then you're also going to have genuine maple syrup. And, what's this? It looks like some kind of tater tot casserole with 4 cheeses. And next to that, a carousel of hot sauces. This is great. Oh, and we've got a canister here of horchata, and it's cascading down the sides and pumping back up through. This is wonderful. So this is how I think the meeting will go. Let us begin. All in favor of laying off 1,500 employees? All opposed? All right. Okay. Lawrence, how's that tennis elbow? You doing those exercises there? Good, man. Okay. Phase 2 of Project OHS and U Economic Freedom. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take 4 job descriptions. 4 job descriptions. There's about 570 employees holding those 4 jobs. We're going to go ahead and combine those 4 jobs into 1 job. We're going to lay off all those folks, and then we're going to rename that 1 job that was 4 jobs, and then we're going to hire 7 to 10 people to do that job. All in favor? All opposed? Okay. Let's eat. Glenn, are we golfing on Saturday? I'm going to beat you, old dog, yeah? Okay, well, I'm sorry to eat and run, folks, but my jet's parked out back, so I've got to get going. I've got to go to Portugal, and you take her easy. Okay, so meanwhile, down on the 2nd floor, next to the boiler room, 2 doors down from the morgue, is patient transport dispatch. And that's where I started my career trajectory, at OHS and U. As a transporter, you're part of an elite force of soldiers. And we keep that place moving. You know, you need something moved, you call us. You need some pallets moved, a bicycle, a 10-speed, some luggage, a leg. Oh, hi, Barb. Hi, how are the kids? Oh, I'm fine, I'm great. Sir, could you get out of my way, please? I'm trying to get to the lab. Anyways, we also transport tissues, an earlobe, a uterus. They're all in some kind of deli container. They have assorted sizes. They have all the sizes. I know all the sizes because I worked at the Fred Meyer Deli as a cashier / consultant. Okay, so I know the sizes. The thing is, my manager at the time, well, she was a little bit of a stickler for the time clock. And she gave us a 3-minute window to clock in. The time clocks were in the corner. There were 3 of them in the corner, and they're real close together. There was about 30 to 40 transporters all trying to clock in at that time. So, if you clocked in 3 minutes and 1 second before the time that you were supposed to clock in, that's an incident report. That's called incremental overtime. That's too early, okay? And then if you clocked in 3 minutes and 1 second past the time that you were supposed to clock in, well, then you're just late. And you're going to have to start skipping steps in the bathroom. Try not wiping. It's a real time saver. So, as you can imagine, I wasn't even through my 6-month probationary period as a transporter. I'd been there 3.5 months or so. I'd already racked up 3 incident reports. Now I have an investigatory meeting on the books. And, well, those of you who know me well, you know that at times there's a bit of a tempest up here, kind of a swirling tornado of, anyways, I was sort of lambasting myself about this. I was pushing around the morgue cart, and I'm just thinking to myself, you know, you're not a winner. You're not even in the circle. You're always last. You're always on the sidelines. You're never out front. You're really not what your parents wanted. I mean, no mortgage, no marriage, no children. The pets that you've rescued have all died prior to turning 4. And the cars that your mother have subsidized for you all your life, well, most of those have been repossessed by the city due to parking citations and or car accidents. So you get the idea. And then, out of the blue, as if one of these angel healthcare heroes, these nurses that I work with, took a syringe of best case scenario and just shot it into my brain, I kind of had sort of an epiphany. Well, maybe not quite that, but I conjured a scene for myself. Okay, so I'm in the investigatory. This is the scene. Okay, deep breath. Okay, deep breath, Sue. So don't lose your temper now. And don't babble. Don't go on about the injustice of everything. And be professional. Okay. Oh God, I hear the footsteps coming. Oh. He's got on a long trench coat, like a PI. He's got on a fedora. That's an interesting fashion choice. You don't see those every day. Okay, now smile. So, I've seen your file. I guess you know why you're here. Well, kid, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for you. I hate to tell you this, but of all the gin joints and towns in this world, you had to come to OHS and U, didn't you, kid? You know, they're watching you all the time. They're all the time watching you. You know, with their computers, their time clocks, that little phone you wear on your shirt there, and the cameras all over. Have you considered getting out of town, kid? Have you considered it? You're at the end of the line, kid. You got to scram. See, you got to get out of town. See, you got to go. See, you got to get out of OHS and U. You got to get out of Portland town. You got to go, kid. Start fresh. Start new in another town. And I'm sorry, kid, I really am. Let's take a look at your file here. All right, so it looks as though you missed your window 3 times, kid. That's 3 times by 1 second. You were late, kid. You've got to speed up just a hair. And it looks as though you weren't skipping steps in the bathroom either. They've got that in the file too. And they know about the specimen in the deli container that you dropped down the heat duct too. And I'm sorry to tell you, but you can't be racing up and down those stairwells like a banshee. Kid, you gotta take it easy. You gotta take it 1 step at a time. Any of this ring a bell? Could I call you Bogey? Could I call you Bogey? Here's looking at you, kid. Could I call you Bogey? Yeah, you can call me Bogey. Oh, okay, Mr. Bogey. I really wish you were my boss instead of all these computers and all these cameras and these time clocks. I feel like they just don't show my best side, and I feel like you might be in my corner. Yeah, kid, the thing is that I always try to champion the underdog, and you know, kid, you're a good kid, you really are. You've got exuberance. You've just got to work on your timing, kid, as time goes by. You've got to work on your timing, that's all. And I think you'll be fine, kid, I really do. Okay, well, Mr. Bogey, if you could just tell those folks up the ladder, tell them this. From the beginning of time, there's all kinds of time. For example, you've got East Coast time, okay? That's 3 hours ahead. Right now, at the same time. So who's late and who's early? Who's getting incident reports then? You've got daylight savings. What about that? What time is it when you got daylight savings? I don't know. But the point is we're saving time. There's a reserve. We're saving time. And I don't see why anybody would miss 3 seconds if I could just reappropriate those 3 seconds into my file, thereby scratching all those incident reports because I'm gaining 3 seconds, the 3 seconds that I lost. And then I could have a clean slate. And, well, there's swing time. The music, there's swing time. That's when you stretch the beat out. You let time breathe, and then you drop it right before the next beat, and you're right on time. Just tell them that. And well, okay, kid. You know what? I'm going to talk to them, and as time goes by, kid, that's a good tune, As Time Goes by Herman Hupfeld. Yeah. As time goes by, kid, that's a good tune. I'm going to tell them what you said. You lost me in the daylight savings part, but I'm going to tell them the rest, kid. You know, kid, it's your time. You're going to improve. You're going to get better. It's your time, kid. So, you know, just looking at you. Play it again, Sam. Okay, I'm just going to play a little tune.
Susie Chittick, ladies
Or, as I love to call her, Susie Chittick. Give it up for Sue. That's her first paid performance as a comic, ladies and gentlemen. And what have we learned? You can make people laugh and don't go to OHS and U. Good job, Sue. Great job. Yeah. Better than kindergarten? Wow. She's very, very good at setting scenes, and I love her. By the way, if you want to sign up for the class, portlandcomedy.com. New class is coming up in January. I wanted to mention that I'm excited because I'm not only teaching these classes, but I got a new job today. I'm the new football coach at Oregon State. I almost said OHS&U. That's because OHS&U has a better record than Oregon State. I'm also their new quarterback, so it kind of works out. Yeah, I'm not the athletic one. My husband Gary is much more athletic. Gary and I have been celebrating our 28th anniversary in December. And, it always gets applause, and I appreciate it, but I'm making the point that gay marriage is just like straight marriage, but with better home lighting. Thank you, I wrote that tonight. He climbed Mount St. Helens, which was a great feat. So the next day, I made it halfway up Mount Tabor. My Sherpa quit, that's the problem. I should be trying to figure out how we don't have any Sherpas left in Portland. That's really the thing. And you know, in high school, I was really good at, I loved math and journalism and history and Spanish, and I was not good at gym. Anyone not good in gym class? Yeah, over there, yeah. Although it ended up being my favorite class because I went to junior, senior high school in New Jersey, 7th grade through 12th. And at the end of gym, which was horrible for me, that magic line, okay guys, hit the showers. So if you can imagine a gay guy showering with other guys from 7th grade to 12, it was like nirvana for me. Okay, let it go. This is comedy. Just let it go. Let me just say this. At my 20th high school reunion, all right, and there were actually two kids that wore their underpants in the showers. I remember Bill Steinberg and John Burbank, and they would actually put their pants on over their wet underwear and go back to class. But at our 20th reunion, I got to go to the 20th, and the women looked great. And if you go to reunions, the women always look better than the guys. That's just how it happens. And the women were great. And the guys had to have name tags. And I'm thinking if they actually had, I would know them better if they had pictures of their dicks up here instead of their names. I would get all of them, you know? Oh my God, Steve Bass, how are you? Mitch Furman, I don't remember you. Bill Steinberg, I don't remember you at all. That's a new bit I tried, so someone dropped their can over that. Yeah, my mom wasn't exactly thrilled. My dad never bothered him. I was gay. My 3 sisters, my mom, my right-wing Fox-watching mother, no. You know, I came out to her and she goes, well, at least you're no Ted Bundy. Okay, thank you. Mass murderer, homosexual son. Thanks, Mom. Which she followed up with, well, we didn't have homosexuals in the 1950s. So somebody put the fins on those Cadillacs. Somebody did those beehive hairdos. Okay, thank you. I broke in some new material, and after you unclenched your butt cheeks, you really went for it. I like that. All right. One more time for Sue Chittick. She's so good. All right. Our next performer is also one of my favorite students, and I love all of my students, but some I just, you know, like a little bit more. Shay's not one of those, but Shay is fantastic. And what I did starting second Sunday about 2 years ago is to give my students stage time
which is there are not a lot of great comedy stages left in Portland, so they get stage time, they get a little money, they split half the gate, so thank you for coming. And this guy deserves it. He is really funny. Please welcome Shay Meehan, ladies and gentlemen. Shay Meehan.
Thank you, Carl. If you can't tell by what I'm wearing, I can use some money. So, it's awesome that you're here. And if you can't tell just by looking at me, I grew up in we're coming out of the Vietnam War era. And Agent Orange had a bad name. And now he's president of the United States. Go figure. He's done a lot of damage to a lot of things, including comedy. You know, and like there used to be really good jokes like, what do you call a dictator's children? Well, dictator tots! And that's like, what do you call a dictator's children? Eric, Don Jr., Devonta, and Barrett. You know, and Barron, God bless him. He looks like Lurch. I have become reasonably convinced that Melania Trump stepped out and fucked a member of the Addams family. God bless him. You know, don't you just wish we could go back to the days where a chickpea was just a legume and not something you expected to see sprayed all over the president when Vladimir Putin releases some video? Boy, I hope the rest of the night goes better than that one. Anyway, enough about the president. I walked here. I walk a lot. That's my main mode of transportation. When I need a car, I rent one. And I was up in Nova Scotia the other day visiting a friend of mine. We rented a Mercedes-Benz, really nice car, you know. And you just say things like, hey, Mercedes, tune in FM 89.3. Hey, Mercedes, windshield wipers. And so I was starting to feel, you know, kind of giddy about this whole thing. I'm like, hey, Mercedes, blow me, finger my balls. You do not have a subscription for that feature. I was really upset with the woman at the rental counter who offered me the Fast Pass, but did not offer me the blowjob subscription. It really got to me. But in walking, which I'm doing a lot on the stage here, I know I'm going to hear about that from Carl later. In walking, I had people ask me, like, Shay, why is it that you don't own a car? Is it the environmental concern? No. Is it the expense? No. I'm like, listen, why do guys drive around in gigantic lifted diesel trucks? Oh, to compensate for a small dick. Like, I am so well hung, they won't even let me on a car lot. And if there are any polygraphers in the audience tonight who want to test me on that, like, keep it to yourself. I made sure my wife was in California for this show. Like, I wanted the joke to go over that badly. So, yeah, I've even had some people say, well, that's totally gay that you don't have a car. You know, I never really thought of cars as being connected to somebody's gender or sexuality. And my wife, who does own a car, would beg to differ. But, you know, I think that the homophobia issue, which has kind of come even more to the fore with this crazy advent of MAGA, I think that we try to explain that too hard, to be honest. I think it really just comes down to basic male insecurity. I think you could point at the church, you can point at psychology, you can point at a lot of things, but ultimately, it's a fault that I think the vast majority of us men have. And, you know, it comes down to the fact that if you are a man who is going to be in a gay relationship, like, you are put in a position where inherently you have to compare the size of your member with somebody else's member. And like, hey Bob, pull him down. I bet you my one's smaller than your one. Said no man ever. I love these guys. Like, oh God, who would put a dick in their mouth? Oh, I don't know. Your mother? My wife? Yeah, but I mean, God damn, who would put a dick in their ass? I don't know. According to you, the last 3 women you dated. Like, and then there's this other position of deep insecurity that I think a lot of us men have if we're really honest with ourselves. Like, I can go to a woman and say, hey, do you dig me? And she's like, listen, Shay, you're just not my type. I'm okay with that. That's all right. But the thought that any man would find me anything other than an Adonis-like hunk is just anathema to my brain. I had an experience with this. My dearest friend, John, who I've known for 35 years, he, after 20 years of our friendship, he came to me one day and he said, Shay, I gotta tell you, man, I'm gay. You are a jerk, is what you are. He said, well, why am I a jerk? Because I'm gay. I said, I didn't say you're a jerk because you're gay. The reason you're a jerk is we have hung out together day and night on 4 different continents for the last 20 years, and no matter how drunk you've been, you haven't hit on me once. I deserve better than that. And, you know, occasionally I mention to him things like, did you think about my reputation before you started telling people about this? Like, everybody in Plymouth, England thinks I'm gay now. Which is okay, because I pretty much think everybody in Plymouth, England is gay too, so like, it works out. But I know I'm not a homophobe because I have been through the homophobe detection process. Back in the day, when I lived in Idaho, and I was on a mission to rid this world of marijuana by smoking all of it myself. I ran into these guys and they're like, hey Shay, you want to come over and smoke a bowl? And I'm like, yes I do. And we got to their house and they said, well listen, we got this great dope and you can smoke it with us, but you got to go through the homophobe detector. I'm like, well, what's that? And the gentleman pulls out this lovely, anatomically correct ceramic pipe that one grabs by the balls and you take your hits out of the business end of the dick. And I looked at him like, yeah, I'll smoke pot out of this, no problem. I'm like, does it work like a normal pipe or do I like have to swallow? It's like, works like a normal pipe, just don't choke. Yeah, no sweat, no sweat. So I took a hit, you know, it was really good. I passed it to the next guy. And he's wiping my slobber off the shaft there, and he's like, dude, you did not have to deep throat it and lick the balls. And I'm like, yeah, but it's really good pot, and I wanted you to invite me back. Oh, Lord. I bought pot in other weird places, too. Like, I was in Baker City, Oregon, and I needed some weed, and I got introduced to this gal who probably has a big MAGA sign in her front window now. Just guessing. And as was obligatory back in that day, when you got pot, like, you had to smoke a bowl with the person who sold it to you. So I sat down to do that, and the conversation turned to God and prayer. And she was telling me, she's like, Shay, when I just get like this, I just love to pray, and I just love to pray to God, and I tell him my good things and my bad things, and I just can't help but pray. I'm like, yeah, I get that. Does God understand English? Oh yeah, totally. God understands English. Oh yeah, does God understand Spanish? Oh yeah, God understands everything. God understands all languages. Yeah, does God understand it when the altar boy says, "Dear God, how can this priest not know him all?"
Oh, God.
She looked at me and she said, "That is so not funny." I'm like, actually, for everybody but the altar boy, it's funny. I was told in the class, like, Shay, can't make jokes about children and sex. That is reserved for Chelsea Handler. The gauntlet is down. I was abused as a child, sexually abused for 6 years. And when I was 11, that perpetrator came to me and said to me, Shay, this can't continue. I have a girlfriend. Oh, yeah, sex with a 10-year-old is one thing, but cheating on your girlfriend would be a bridge too far, wouldn't it? Oh. And now this is really uncomfortable for you, and because it's uncomfortable for you, it's uncomfortable for me, and so just as in life, in comedy, we have to change the subject, and we move on to other things, right? And the weather's always a good thing to move on, and we have gone full fall. I don't know if you're noticing that, but we have gone full fall, and we are trundling ahead day by day toward winter. And it brings to mind the fact that we are just about to the Christmas season. The Christmas season used to start after Thanksgiving. Nobody in Gen Z, I think, knows that, because now the Christmas season starts the day after Halloween, which I just figure is that they don't need to really market turkeys that hard, so they can just start earlier with the Christmas shit. And before we talk about Christmas and the birth of Christ, I think that it's really important to spend a minute on the conception of Christ. I've been thinking about that. I got this vision in my head. You know, there's Mary laying there in her bedroom, quiet, drifting off to sleep. She hears, hey, Mary. Who is it? Mary, it's God. God, what do you need? Why are you here? Well, Mary, let me put it like this. Really love your peaches, want to shake your tree. But God, what about Joseph? Mary, I'm God. Yeah, but God, they'll call me a slut. No, Mary, if you do this, trust me, like, they not only won't call you a slut, they will call you the Virgin Mary for millennia. Really? Yeah, really. In fact, if you do me right tonight, Mary, they'll make you a saint. Really? Yeah, Mary. Just, it's all up to you. Well, okay, just this once, God. Hey, Mary, yeah. Just for tonight. It's not, just call me Daddy, please. Like, God is just kind of heavy for this. Okay, Daddy, God. No, just Daddy. And you know how it ended. About 2 weeks later, God showed up in Mary's room again. He said, hey, Mary. And she said, oh, God, why are you here? Well, listen, me and the Holy Spirit were talking, and how about a spit roast? God, we agreed only one time, my body, my choice. Oh, yeah, you got a point. I guess we'll just go see what Mary Magdalene's doing tonight. Anyway, so then I'm stuck with the Christmas music, and I kind of dislike Christmas music. So I have to find a way to actually deal with it. And when you see people Christmas shopping, when you see, I gotta be honest here, to me, in my perception, only middle-aged white women Christmas shop. If you're a 24-year-old black guy and you're Christmas shopping, you appear as a middle-aged white woman to me. And they're standing there and looking at the jeans. Oh, Tommy, I love these. They'll be great. A little too much room in the garage, but they'll be great. And the song is playing. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. And you can see the head bobbing. And I am about ready to hate it, except for the fact that what's going through my head is, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Lick on these balls and suck on my cock. My gooey splooey shoots straight in the air. Some clears a headboard and some lands in her hair. And if I don't want to get in trouble, that's where I stop. Giddy up, jingle or chew on my meat. Lick on these balls, they're ever so sweet. Nibble my helmet, I'll finger your twat. It's as simple as that. And that's how I make it through the Christmas season. Now, Christmas reminds me of my childhood and very important things that my father taught me. And as you might have guessed, like one, he taught me what he thought was the funniest joke in all of the universe. He told me, Shay, the funniest joke in all of the universe is that God created man with a sexual peak at the age of 17 and woman with a sexual peak at the age of 42. And, you know, as a dutiful 7-year-old, I'm like, Dad, sexual peak? He's like, yeah, don't worry about that part, just remember the joke. And he taught me other things like, son, drive a hard bargain. You know, I'd want a bicycle for my birthday, and he'd say, how much is it? It's $189, Dad. Here's $169. Well, yeah, but the bicycle, Dad, it's $189. Yeah, get him to sell it to you for $169. Okay, Dad. And then he taught me things, you know, you can tell he was a little crass about life and about death too. He'd say, son, love me while I'm alive, but do not bother coming to my funeral. Well, fair enough, pretty good advice. He died, and funeral home came and picked up his body. And they called me the next day, and they said, is this Shay Meehan, Bill Meehan's son? Yeah, that's me. Well, this is a funeral home, and we need $3,495 to cremate your father. Oh, to be honest with you, I didn't have $3,400, and it was actually $50, not $95. Sorry, I messed that up. It was $3,450, and I didn't have it. I just graduated from school. I hadn't started work yet. So I told the guy, I said, listen, I just don't have that money. And he said, it's your responsibility as his family to pay to have him cremated. Oh, interesting. I still don't have the money. So just tell me, what do you do with people who have no family or their family just has no money? Well, there are paupers' graves, nameless paupers' graves, where we can bury those people. He did not know who he was talking to. I think the technical way they put it is he severely misapprehended the value proposition from my perspective. I heard my dad's voice, drive a hard bargain. Don't bother coming to my funeral. And I had just graduated from law school, and I had confirmed in that 3 years that possession is in fact 9/10 of the law. And so long as they possessed his corpse, it was their problem, not mine. So I told the guy, okay, you can keep him. I've never heard anybody stammer like that before or since. Can you hold? Yeah, I've got time. I don't have money, but I have time. Came back on the line a couple minutes later. We can cremate your father for $495. Sold! I will take his cold dead body off your hands for $495. And I can hear my dad. He's like, touche, son, touche. You got him. The one thing I'm really disappointed about myself in that, though, is that I did not follow it up with, like, can I do that in 3 easy payments of $165? So, after all that mess, we did have a little funeral for him. And the preacher man there came to me and he said, Shay, do you think your father, Bill, is ready to meet the Lord Jesus Christ? said, yeah, I think my father is totally ready to meet Jesus Christ. What I question is whether Jesus Christ is ready to meet my father. Then I envisioned it. My dad showed up there in heaven. Jesus greets him after the pearly gates and said, hey Bill, good to have you here in heaven. Oh, Jesus, hey, yeah, good to be here. And hey, I got to tell you, that dying for my sins thing, like, thank you very much. That was a real solid. Yeah, Bill, did it for you, did it for everyone. Yeah, and hey, I've got to tell you too, that thing that your heavenly Father did about making a man's sexual peak when he's 17 and a woman's sexual peak at 42, that's hilarious. Yeah, Bill, I'm glad you saw the humor in that. Not everybody gets the joke. Good evening, all. Thank you.
I love it. Jamie and ladies and gentlemen, with ruminations on religion, Thanksgiving. I'm for religion that brings people together and spreads love. I am not for religion that divides us. And I've noticed that, you know, the more evangelical and more fundamentalist the religion, the less you should trust them, right? Okay, let me talk to the wall. I mean, really. I mean, the further you go into fundamentalism, the more hypocritical you actually become about the world. I've been doing this a long time. Remember the 80s? Remember Jim Baker and Jimmy Swaggart got caught with prostitutes? We found out how those Bibles got in all those hotel rooms. To speed up the show, you should get the lines quicker. It's an operative stand-up form. Thanksgiving, I always look forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas, but, you know, with the current regime in power, you know, I expect, you know, the day before Thanksgiving, the news comes on, it's like, the turkey went to the White House expecting a presidential pardon, Trump indicted him. That's what I expect. I just want to say that my mom, whom I spoke about earlier, she ended up, after she knew Gary, we met in '97, she loved Gary, she changed her entire opinion about gay marriage, so love wins. That's the message. What also helped my mother is my parents married 41 years, got a divorce. They just woke up one morning, check please. Yeah, I know. They shouldn't have been married 41 seconds, but they were married 41 years, got a divorce. My mother was 63. The next year she met the love of her life. Spent 18 years with Walt. Southern gentleman. They lived in Florida. He was just the best, but my mother adored her, took her dancing. She had the love that she always wanted, and he had the best sense of humor. I was doing a lot of TV then, so because I was a comic, I called down to talk to my mother in Florida. Walt would answer the phone, and if he answered the phone, he'd tell me one stupid joke and hand the phone to my mother. It was great. Hey, sport, hear about that duck went into the drugstore and ordered a condom, and the druggist said, you want me to put this on your bill? Here's your mother. Call the next week. Word for it. Hey, boy, about that nun taking a bath. She hears a knock at the door, gets out of the tub naked, runs the door, says, who is it? She hears a voice. It's the blind man. Says, oh, opens up the door. Guy comes in, says, nice tits. Where you want these blinds? Here's your mother. I mean, it's unbelievable. I took it on a Showtime special. It was freaking great. Baseball, name the three most famous people shot in the back of the head. Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, and the guy sitting in front of Pee Wee Herman in the theater. Here's your mother. My last show, I'm quarterback at Oregon State tomorrow. Okay. Are you ready for our final act, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. I call Jesse a force of nature because he certainly is. Jesse took classes from me 2-3 years ago and went off and started playing Rodney Dangerfield's club in New York, played in a club in Las Vegas. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, actually. Please welcome Jesse Hooper, ladies and gentlemen. Where's Jesse?
Carl, give me a hug.
There you go.
God
Jesse
damn
Hooper.
it. God, when I say comedy, you say sports. Comedy. Comedy. When I say suck, you say fuck. Suck. Suck. Welcome to the suck and fuck, baby, all right? God damn it. Let me hear you guys out. Cheer and clap, cheer and clap. Give it up for Sue, God damn it. Let me tell you what, I paid you $295. I did not learn how to play the violin, Carl. Carl said, you want to be a star? And I said, yes. He said, kiss me on the mouth. And I said, Carl, what the fuck, dude? Give it up for Sean. Sean! Good stuff. Wait, hold on. I feel like I wrote something down about Sean. Hold up. Let me see. Sean. Oh, yeah, that's what he said. Fuck you, Sean. Where you at? Sean, where are you?
Well, it's Shane.
Shane, not Sean. This is what Shane said. Carl said, the comedians are splitting the gate. Give them your money. Shane said, look at what I'm wearing. You know I need it. Shane, you're wearing a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt, dude. And a blazer. I was homeless in high school, goddammit. Good to meet you guys. My name is Jesse Hooper. I swear a lot, all right? I swear a lot, and it's a pleasure to meet you guys. Who said they were from Boring, Oregon? You guys right here? Yeah, you two both? Who grew up there? You all did.
Susie too.
And so, all right. Hey, let's all get on the same page. Oh wait, Susie, that performed tonight, Susie? All right, well then in that case, I do know who Susie is. I was like, I don't give a fuck who Susie is. I don't even know who that is. Susie, good shit. All right, that violin, teach me. All right. Here's the thing about Boring, Oregon. All right, when you're driving around in the middle of the summer, right off Telford and Sunnyside Road, why does it smell like shit? That's how you know if you're from Boring. Why does it smell like shit right there? What? No, there's something specific right there. I grew up in Boring, Oregon, goddammit. Susie. Yeah, I'm testing you right now, goddammit. Yeah. What's right at Telford and Sunnyside Road right there? Right after that very quick bend where everyone crashes into when they're drunk. Guys, you know what I'm talking about, guys. There's a mink farm right there. And look at that! Your boy's not crazy, all right? Yeah, there's a mink farm right there, and it's fucking disgusting, all right? And ma'am, Velma, were you Velma with the glasses? Yes! 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 Good to meet you guys. Look, all right, here are the rules to my show, all right? I love you guys.
Who's Waldo?
Yeah, yo, you're Waldo, that's right. You got the big-ass glasses right there. Ma'am, can I see how blind you are, by the way? Can I try your glasses on?
Not very blind.
Not very blind?
Not that
Are you cheating?
Let's see.
Oh my God, you know what I can see? That you two are in love. All right? Oh my God, look at that. Gay in every way, and I like it. All right? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. How long you guys been together for?
5.5 years.
5.5 years? God, I wish you guys were my mom and mom. All right? Because my mom and dad didn't work out, but if I had a mom and mom, ooh, that would have worked so good for me, dude. All right, you guys, what's up? I'm Jesse Hooper. People say I look like Freddie Mercury if you didn't have AIDS. All right? I can't. There it is, man. Yeah, I can keep my body fat. All right? People say I look like Ron Jeremy. Fuck the mall cop, okay? Stop in the name of the law. People say, you guys know Ted Lasso?
Oh yeah.
I'm Ted Fatso, baby. All right? I got a good personality and I want you to succeed, goddammit. I'm going to tell a joke for Carl because it's the very first joke I wrote here when I took this class 2 years ago with Carl. Look, my name's Jesse Hooper. I'm 32 years old, and I'm a pastor's kid. Believe me, the trauma's real, okay? I fill that hole with drugs and alcohol, so don't worry. Don't apologize for me, all right? But if that wasn't bad enough for you already, I'm also from Florida. No, go fuck yourselves, all right? Fuck you! Here's the thing about Oregon. Look, here's the thing about Oregon. All right, you guys think you're so cool. You think you're so cool because you're not homophobic, you're not racist, but you know what you are? You're statist, all right? You ganged up on the states. Alabama, yeah, they fuck their cousins. They're weird, all right? They're weird, but Florida, what, us? Fuck you guys, just because we know how to party? Just because we have an alligator for a pet, all right? Just because we'll rob a bank? I don't have anything for that. Yeah, I don't have anything else for that. But fuck you guys. All right, look, I'm from Florida, okay? I'm from Florida, and now, who knows? I'm from a part of, anyone here from Florida? Go fuck yourselves.
My son is there now.
Go fuck off, dude. All right? What part is he in?
Near Destin, Pensacola. He's in Air Force.
Yeah.
Outside of
Oh, Air Force? Hell yeah. Support the troops. Let's go. My brother's Marine. He's also a dick, but he's a Marine. Let's go. Good for him. Yeah, he's my brother. I can say whatever I want, dude. Alright, so I'm from a place, I remember things geographically, alright, and through association. I'm from the southeast part of Florida. It was a place called West Palm Beach. Alright. Ah! What does that mean? What's the ah for? Wait, what did you just say?
You're not far from Pensacola.
No, she
Ow.
is very far from.
Very. Pensacola's like up here, bro. Pensacola's up here. I'm like down here. What? Look, keep the glasses on and start looking at them. All right, keep the glasses on and start looking at them up. Now, what were you going to say about West Palm Beach? I said West Palm Beach. You said, ah.
Mar-a-Lago.
Okay, yeah, cool, sick, yeah. Mar-a-Lago. I was homeless in high school, okay? I didn't get the same perks. Here's the thing about West Palm Beach, and this is what you're saying.
Good weather.
It's Florida, dude. It's always good weather.
So humble.
And besides the hurricanes, also, by the way, hurricanes over there, you were talking about, Carl. That's it. I don't have anything else to say about that. Yeah, hurricanes. All right, here's the thing about West Palm Beach, okay? It's adjacent to Rich. We weren't rich growing up. There's 3 people from Florida that you may know, okay? First and foremost, all right, there's a man from Florida, and he is... There it is! Tiger Woods to Mom in the back. That's my mom in the back, by the way. Everyone say, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom! She's my street mom. I work right down the street, and I walk down 15th every single day, or Flanders every single day, to get to work. I met her outside, then we would start talking, then we started hugging, and then I told her that I came from a broken and abandoned home, because what? I'm a pastor's kid. And then Mom adopted me, and she took me in, okay? And then Mom, one day, I see her outside, and I'm walking back to my house, and she's crying. And I'm like, Mom, what's going on? I walk up and I go in to give Mom a hug. Mom, I'm so sorry I'm telling this story. I love you. I go in to give Mom a hug. Through her headphones, all I hear is, and we all just want to be big rock stars, living hilltop mountains, driving 15 cars. I was like, Mom, are you crying the Nickelback right now? It's just such a good song. I know, she's a sweetheart. Everyone, treat her with the utmost respect. I love you, Mom. Hell yeah. All right, so good job. Tiger Woods is from Florida. You're absolutely right. There's 2 other people from Florida. They had a little online ditty, all right? Not to be confused with a sex tape, now that Diddy's in the shits, all right? These 2 people, they had a little online ditty and it went, I'm an island boy. Just trying to make it. Yeah, you're right, Waldo. They're fucking annoying. The Island Boys, all right? If you know them, face covered in tattoos. Ma'am, if you don't know them, they have Liberty spikes that look like dildos in their hair, okay? They're ugly little boys. They're ugly little boys with a trashy song, all right? And then there's a 3rd person from Florida that no one likes, all right? And it's specifically West Palm Beach, okay? He's a champion of the children, all right? Ew. He left, there it is. He left more psychological damage than Pee Wee Herman when I was growing up, all right? And his name, Jeffrey. Look at you guys go. What a crowd, baby. Yes. Boom. Fuck that guy. All right. All right. But here's the thing. I moved here when I was 13. All right. I escaped. I fled. I ran away. And I left Florida without 3 things. All right. First and foremost, unlike Tiger Woods, guess what? Never cheated on any of my partners up top. I can tell. Right here, that's right. Yeah. All right. But that's also very easy when you're 13 years old and you're an ugly little boy. Okay? All right? I'm trying to keep on my track record. Second of all, unlike the Island Boys, look at this. My face without blemishes, no tattoos. All right? If you have tattoos on your face, nothing wrong about it. My mom would just say, you're going to hell. Okay? Yeah, don't desecrate the temple of the Lord, all right? And then 3rd, and the most important part, Unlike the rest of those pastors' kids down there, I left completely unmolested. All right? You're allowed to laugh, all right? Yeah, because on the Vatican's Most Wanted list, this is, I can't believe it's not pussy, all right? There it is! Get excited, you're allowed to laugh, all right? Now, that's a joke that Carl helped me write. Now we're going into all the new shit. Carl, you haven't heard this yet. Get excited, baby, all right? Carl, where are you, by the way? I can't see you in these fucking lights. Carl, are you even here? Carl, what a dick, dude! I was here like 3 weeks ago. He asked a crowd work question, and I raised my hand, and I said, oh, me. And he said, oh my God, is that Jesse? And I was like, yeah, it's Jesse, your favorite
Jesse,
student.
I'm listening to everything.
There it is!
And I know you were born in boring Florida.
Oh my God. Coming from the boring guy himself. And then I looked inside of the crowd, and I was like, yeah, it's me, Carl. I was like, it's your favorite student. He said, you're absolutely not my favorite student. I was like, fuck you. All right, so now here's the thing. All right, so I moved here when I was 13 years old from Florida. Again, you guys like to think your shit doesn't stink, but you treated me real bad. All right, Oregonians, you fucked on me real hard, okay? I got introduced into public school. I was homeschooled the entire time before that, all right? Oh yeah, I learned what a BJ was real old, okay? A kid named Sabina, one of my best friends, there was a girl named Brianna. He was like, hey, I would let Brianna give me a BJ. And I was like, of course. What's a BJ? And he was like, duh, a blowjob, dude. And I was like, oh yeah. I'm from Florida, I know what a hurricane is. What's a blowjob? And he's like, it's when a girl sucks your dick. And I said, ew, dude. Why? I pee out of that. That's gross. Now, fast forward to 32 years old, I get it. All right. Blowjobs, pretty cool. Also, I eat ass because it's 2025. All right. Be an adult, suck toes, and eat ass. All right. If you say you don't, brother, do you suck toes? Yeah, get the fuck on it. All right. Grow the fuck up. All right. I'm younger than you, and I need you to grow the fuck up. Okay, brother. Start sucking toes and eating ass, you guys. She's gonna thank you later. Yeah, that's why she slapped your arm with this kid. All right. Hey, I'm a feminist. All right. I'm a feminist. God damn it. So I moved here when I was 13. You guys suck. That's the moral of the story. When I moved here when I was 13 years old, I go into PE class, okay? And I was non-athletic little boy, all right? Non-athletic little boy. Now I'm a grown-ass little man, okay? Because I'm never going to grow the fuck up. But back then, non-athletic guy, all right? And in PE class, when I was growing up, you had to have a uniform. Did you guys have uniforms? Oh, yeah. All right, now let's say this. If you didn't have one piece of your uniform, let's say you forgot your shirt or your shorts, unless you wore like a leotard, then you were in jail. Okay, that's a juvie kid right there. If it was like, no, it was all one piece. You were in juvie. All right, let's just get that straight right now. All right, if you didn't have your shirt, your shorts, what you had to do?
Laps.
Shut the fuck up. Labs? Who said that? Did you say that? You said that back there? Sir, labs? Good for you. How many times did you have to run labs?
About 10 times.
Goddamn right. That's why you're still married, goddamn it. You got that libido, son. Hell yeah. Is that your wife right there?
Sure is, but
Goddamn right, sure is, goddamn it. And no one's touching her, all right? You guys stay away. Hell yeah. I wish you guys were my mom and dad, and I wish you were my mom and mom, okay? Hell yeah. So when I was growing up, we didn't have to do laps, okay? What they told us to do is that they told us we had to go fish around in the lost and found because when I was going to school, COVID didn't exist. Oh no, yes mom, you're absolutely right. Oh no, so I had to go fish around in a box, grab a pair of clothes and go smell like someone else's kid for 45 minutes. Oh yeah, go soak in the sweat, baby, oh yeah. And then when you got done with that, then you had to take that shit off, throw it back in the box. Some dirty other kid had to go wear that dirty ass shit, all right? So I'm going up to PE, I forgot my shorts, okay? Hey, can I have that flask, by the way, quick? Hell yeah. They don't sell liquor here, so I brought my own, all right? So, anyone want a shot right now?
yeah.
Yeah? Let's fucking go. Here we go. Will you come up and do a shot with me?
I will.
Yes, dude. Hey, give it up for our new friend right here, god damn it. This is what comedy's all about, making friends. All right, there's one rule. Will you kiss me on the mouth? With your lips? Yeah? All right, here we go.
Freaky boys.
Hey! Carl, did you see that? Carl said I couldn't kiss someone on the mouth tonight. Carl, I just kissed him on the mouth.
He knows my story.
Yeah? Are you on a registry? You haven't been laid in 6 years? Brother, you want to lay down while we do the rest of this set? I'm kind of breaking the rules, I
I
apologize.
understand that my class reputation is on the line.
Yes, sir, and look at this. Are we not killed it for his class? Everyone give it up for his class, God damn it! God damn it! All right, so this is what happened. So I go to PE class, I pull out a new pair of shorts from those boxes, and the only thing is that, again, I'm a thick little boy, all right? And back then, I was still thick, all right? So those shorts were a schmedium, okay? They were a schmedium, and they were gripping my tight little thighs. So I walk down to my PE class, I'm strutting, baby. I'm strutting like it's fucking, what's that Tyra Banks show? America's Next Top Model? There it is. I'm telling you, right on the butt, you would have thought it said Juicy, dude, for Juicy Couture. So I walk out there, I'm wearing my schmediums, and there's a kid in my class. His name is Vadim Mazer, okay? I'm gonna say his name again with correct enunciation. Vadim Mazer, because fuck that kid, okay? Fuck that kid, and he made middle school real tough for me, and I hope I'm doing better than him, but spoiler alert, I'm not, okay? I'm not, all right? He has a kid, I have a cocaine addiction, all right? He has a 401k, and I have an alcoholic disease, all right? But Vadim back then, he comes up behind me. Sir, stand up real fast. I'm going to give an example. I'm not going to do it, I swear to God. Come here. What's your name? No, I'm not going to do it. Fuck off, dude. I don't give into peer pressure, bro. Come here. What's your name? Matt? I'm Jesse. Matthew? Matthew, it doesn't matter. All right, stand right here on the line. All right? Now, now face them. Yeah, face them. If I were to come up behind you, and go like this, what am I going to say next?
Oh no.
What am I going to say? Say it, people. I'm gonna pants you, sir. Matt, good job. Sit down. Guess what? Brand new class. I got pants in front of the whole school, dude. Vadim Mazer. In that case, I was Vadim, you were me. But now, I'm me, Vadim back there. Pants. I'm like Bruce Almighty. I'm just standing there. But then all of a sudden, I feel a slight Florida breeze. And I'm like, damn, what's going on with this hurricane right now? And then I forgot. I was wearing schmediums that day, okay? Guess what came down my shorts? My boxers, all right? Yeah, my boxers, yeah. And we're talking about insecurities. Guess what? I go back to school the next day. You know what they called me, Matt? You know what they fucking called me, Matt? Guess what? Millimeter wiener. Oh, yeah, it sucks, dude, all right? And here's the thing, if stereotypes are real, I'm a pastor's kid from Florida, all right? Yeah, they're lucky my dad was a pastor, not a gun owner, okay? Oh, I would have fucked them up, dude, all right? Stereotypes are so dumb, dude. Stereotypes are stupid, bro. White people get all the bad stereotypes. We know how to cook. White kids from Florida shoot everybody up. What's the black stereotype? Also, by the way, these are my two friends. There's two people with melanin in the crowd. Yeah, oh, and you too? Yeah, I brought them.
Slave master raped my great grandma. That's how I got.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. No one asked, bro. Wow, that was a lot of information that you just offered for us. Hey, yeah. Thank you for the history lesson. I'm gonna save it for TV. All right, you're the best, Dad over there. Wow, Jesus Christ. Well, these are my friends. All right, and believe it or not, they're just good people. Okay. Now, what's your stereotype? What's a black stereotype? Yeah, we're gonna dive in deep. You can't swim? Yeah, guess what? You guys got the Little Mermaid, okay? You got the Little Mermaid. You bagged the only swimming princess, okay? Guess what? White people, we can't cook. I make macaroni and cheese out of a microwave. You know what I put on it? Nothing, dude. And now this is perfect. What's the Asian stereotype? Tell me the big Asian stereotype. Gambling problem, right? 100. We're not gonna act like we don't fucking know. But guess what? In my poor house, you know what we call that? Rich people shit, baby. Hell yeah. Because your parents pushed you to be better, all right? You got expendable income. Carl, what's the Jewish stereotype? It's the best one out of all of them, by the way. It's the, you guys bagged it with the stereotype. What's the Jewish stereotype? You control everything. costs you $6 million to get there. I know, you're allowed to laugh. Yeah, but if we don't talk about it, then who is, okay? Hey, commitment. We can all take a little lesson away from commitment, okay? Now, here's the thing. So I grew up, yeah, that was a segue. Now, I grew up, I was called millimeter wiener, gross. Mean, that was mean. Insecurities are mean. Did anyone have an insecurity growing up? Are you recording me, lady?
No.
After I just said all that racist shit? That's crazy. No, I'm just kidding. You can keep recording that. Care less. All right, well, now, since you're recording me, what was your insecurity growing up? I just told you mine, millimeter wiener. Shut up. You weren't that hot your entire life, all right? Lady, but growing up, I'm sure you had something. You have a big forehead if you want me to point it out. There it is. Waldo, you've known her for a while, right?
I don't even know her.
Yeah, fuck that lady. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
I had red hair.
All right. Who had an insecurity? Who's willing to be honest?
Yeah, I had red hair. I mean,
You had red hair?
And I was a stepchild.
Did the carpet match the drapes? Hell yeah. And you were a step kid? I don't really care about that one. I'm the youngest in my family, so I'm the favorite, So, like, you weren't liked, neither were my brother and sister. Me, bag that one. All right, so now here's the next thing. All right, so now, how do I say this? Sex was weird for me. Right? Can anyone else relate? Like, was sex not weird when you were growing up, dude? Like, all right, I lost my virginity when I was 20. Oh, good. Fuck off, Ari. Fuck you, bro. How old were you when you lost your virginity, Ari?
15.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Same. Wish I waited.
Same? Hell yeah. Sluts? No, I'm just kidding. You guys are great. I'm kidding. You guys are great. I'm not. No. I love being a slut, 100%. Now, all right. Damn, how do I go into this? Lost my virginity when I was 20. Lost it in a brothel. Oh, don't owe me, Waldo. Fuck you, dude. Who lost their virginity in a weird way? Anybody? Yeah? How? Tell me. Say it. If you want to say it. No? All right, then back off. All right, touche. So, all right, then we're not going to talk about that. Fair enough. Hey, you set the boundaries, and I'm only here to comply. All right, I'm just here to talk. All right, so I lost my virginity when I was 20. Sex was really weird for me growing up. All right, I didn't think I was good at it at all. All right, what did Shane say? The man fellatio was what? 17. The women's was 47. 42. Wow. Hey, great listener right there, by the way. I bet you're making people come left and right. All right. My God, dude. Yeah, I always thought I was bad at it, and I didn't want to be bad at it. I just want to be good at it. I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm gonna eat you out for 45 minutes because I'm gonna come fast, I'm being honest with you guys right now. So now, fast forward again. I'm 32. There it is. The alcohol said 23. I'm 32. All right. I've gotten good at it. I had a girlfriend finally. I didn't date anybody until I was 27 years old. Dude, fuck off. Why do you say it like that? I'm a good guy. I didn't cheat on anybody when I was 13. Come on. Thank you for that double clap. So I finally dated somebody when I was 27. She sucked. I'm going to be totally honest. Then, fast forward, 30 years old, I dated the woman the only person I've ever said that I love. Aw, she's amazing. She's incredible. She got me over my insecurities. And after that, I was like, damn, I kind of want to fuck everybody, dude. That's it. I was like, I got a new power, dude. Superpower. I want to try it out. And she was cool with it. Now we're best friends. I love her to pieces. We both had her in. She said, that's not the point of this. Stop, don't, close your mouth, dude. Don't jaw drop on me. So she's cool, I'm cool, she's cool, we're cool. All right, yeah, good, thank you. I appreciate that. So now, I'm hooking up with a girl. Now, again, new superpowers, right? I'm hooking up with a girl. Now, what's the craziest shit you've ever heard in the bedroom? Either you said it or someone said it to you. Be honest. No one's willing to admit it. Huh?
Get over with.
Kid, shut up, dude. Gross. Did you say that again? Oh, I was like, Slave Master said that? Wow. Who said that? Who said, just get it over with? Fair. Hey, better than, is it in yet? You know? That's better. That's better, just get it over with. At least you know it's there. You know, nothing wrong with that. I've been there. I'm like, oh, why am I hooking up with you? I don't want, I'm drunk and I'm coked out. Why am I hooking up with you? Just get it over with. Boom, see, we got there. All right, now here's the thing. I'm hooking up with a girl. She's very pretty. And I know she's prettier than me. Look, I sweat a lot, okay? And I know that. Dude, look, you want me to run a half mile? Yeah, and I'm dripping buckets, okay? You want me to do that same thing on a bed horizontal with my arms out like that, like fucking Harambe, dude? I don't want to, look, I'm going to sweat, okay? Like, I know I'm not like the finest catch in the world, all right? Brother, you with your eyebrows, dude, you're a fine-ass catch player. No, I'm pointing, no. Right there, dude, with those nice-ass teeth, bro. With that beautiful mustache, dude, that face, you know what we call it? First class, son. And I want to sit down, okay? You're a beautiful ass man. Me, I sweat a lot, dude. I know I'm not the most beautiful. Again, Freddie Mercury never had AIDS. I know what I look like. Look, me and her, we're frolicking through fellatio, okay? We're in the thralls of passion. And you know what she says to me? She's like, wow. Again, she's way hotter than me. 100%, easy by a mile. Way better looking than me. She says, wow, how lucky are you to be fucking a girl like me? Yeah, oh God is right! That's so fucked up, dude. Look, man, dirty talk me, spit in my mouth. I don't care, but I'm not gonna demean you. I don't wanna put you down. I wanna lift you up. You're my flower, you're my lotus, and I'm gonna lift you out of the pond, all right? Hey, you're dumb as fuck, dude. My IQ's going down by coming right now. That's so mean. And you know what? This is what she didn't fucking know, all right? This is what she didn't fucking know. Look. This is what she didn't know. You know, she didn't know who the fuck she was fucking. Look at this. Look. She didn't even know what kind of retirement I was sitting on. Tell me what the top of this says right there. Read that. You can hold it. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were about to die. Look at this. Look at the top of that. What does it say? What does it say? God, you make that sound so dumb, dude. Yeah! Look, let me have it back. It's a Charizard PSA 9, goddammit! Alright? Alright, if you don't know what PSA means, that means it's a good-ass card. Why? Do you like... He would know? Look at this. Look at this. Tell the rest of the people. Come on. Come on, turquoise. Hell yeah, dude. Tell him what it is. He's got a turquoise ring on. What is it? Dude, fuck off, bro. Fuck off. It's a Charizard PSA 9, alright? Logan Paul had one, and so do I, okay? I'm cashing out. She didn't even know she was fucking a Pokemon master, okay? You say like, you guys, I'm Jesse Hooper. Here's the moral of the story, okay? I love you, so love yourselves, alright? Whatever insecurities you have, let them the fuck go. Be yourself, have a good time. Look, maybe the person sitting next to you doesn't like you, but I like you. I want to fucking know you, alright? All right, you guys, so I'm Jesse Hooper. Have a beautiful night. Thank you very much for coming in. Give it up for all your supporters, and I'll see you soon. Okay? Oh, dude, yeah!
Jesse Hooper, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very proud of Jesse. Just got a big,
Right here.
in November, opening for the Southern Baptist Convention. And, all right, way to loosen those souls. Wow. Yeah, that was not from my class, but I think what he learned from my class was, hi, I'm Jesse Hooper. One more time, that's a lot of energy. All I take from it is, like, straight people are such sluts, honestly. Oh my God. All right. Well, you're stunned, and so am I. How about a hand for Susie Chittick, who works so hard. Shane Meehan, ladies and gentlemen, ladies here. And Jesse Hooper, ladies and gentlemen. Next Second Sunday is November 9th, and it will feature...
And Shane.
Oh, Shane?
Oh, I was not watching. No. And Shane, ladies and gentlemen. Catherine Cushing and Jeff O'Malley and I will be on the show on November 9th. And we invite you back. Tell all your friends that this is not indicative of the comedy you'll see. No. It was a really fun night. Thank you for playing along. And it sure is great to be laughing instead of, wallowing in all the horror that's going on in the world. That's why we like humor, because it's an escape from everything out there. So thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate it. PortlandComedy.com is a website. You'll find this a new location for us. You'll find out all the shows, all the classes right there. Good night. Thank you so much. Take care.